Hello, I'm Lotus, and this is my first audio. This isn't a sin or a lemon, this is just really fluffy and has quite a bit of anxiety in it, because I am Anxiety Boy 100, but let's get on to the thingy. You're sitting in a coffee shop and reading your favorite manga, but you wrapped it in a fancy cover so nobody would know that you were reading manga. Everybody would just think that you're reading Harry Potter. Gave you a little bit of a happy boost to know that nobody was judging you for reading manga. But what if somebody was to judge you for reading Harry Potter? Wait, you didn't think of that? Oh no. Oh, you felt a sudden wave of panic rush over your body. You look around and see if anybody's looking at you. It looks like everybody's looking at you. It's terrifying. You start to shake and tremble. You start to hyperventilate. You can't comprehend your thoughts anymore, but they're cut off by a cold, bony hand on your shoulder. Hey, are you okay? You look up, and there's a very concerned-looking tall skeleton with a deep red scarf and a cloak. He sits down next to you, and he slides your drink to you to try and calm you down. He looks like he knows what he's doing. You take a sip from your drink to stop your hyperventilating, and you calm down quite a fair bit. Hey, are you okay? You nod in response and tell him that it was just some anxiety. He sighs in relief. Oh, thank God. I struggle with a little bit of mental problems myself. They suck, I know. It makes you happy or sad? You're not sure. You're happy that somebody else knows what it feels like, but he just seems so nice. You don't want him to have to struggle with anything. He chuckles to try and stop you from worrying, as he can see the concerned look on your face. My name's Goth. What's yours? You politely tell him your name and take another sip from your drink. It was your favorite drink. You know, just a little boost of caffeine in the morning. He points out the Harry Potter book. Hey, I like that series. I've read it a few times now. You look at him in pure awe because of the sheer length of the Harry Potter series. He's read it a few times? How could anyone do that? But he laughs. I mean, I do spend a lot of my time alone. My dad is pretty busy, and my other dad isn't really around. You give him a sad look you take a minute to think. You give him your sorries, and he wipes them off. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. He finishes his drink and realizes that you've also finished yours. Hey, you want to go to the library? I just finished the book that I was reading, so I was going to go put it in and check out a new one. And it seems like you like reading, I guess. You smiled a bit, knowing that same thought process. Anxiety. The two of you get up and start walking to the local library, both giggling and talking about your struggles with anxiety. But he comes to a sudden halt when he sees a hole-in-the-wall bookshop. You've passed quite a few on the way to the library because this is just one of those areas. But he stops you. Hey, could you wait here for a second? I'm just gonna take a quick stop. You nod in agreement, and he quickly makes his way into the store and grabs a few things. You can't really see through the window, but just as you're about to see, a small puppy touches your foot. You, being the person you are, start to fangirl and just pet the puppy out of pure instinct. By the time you realize that you didn't get to see what he was buying, you look back up and he's out of the store. He pokes your back and you jump up in surprise. Hey. You told him off a bit for scaring you, and he apologized. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just thought you looked kinda cute playing with the puppy. You blush a little bit and call him a bucko. He laughs a bit. Well, let's go to the library now. You try and take a peek in the bag, but he abruptly yanks it away. No, you're not allowed to see what's in there yet. You give him a confused look, and he tries to change the subject. So, how far are you in the book that you're reading? You realize that he thinks you're reading a Harry Potter book, and really you're reading Kissy Kissy Mew Mew. So you just make up a random page number and say 62. He covers his mouth, realizing that he was about to say a spoiler. You internally giggle, knowing that you wouldn't have cared anyway. But you two continue your walk to the local library, and as soon as they're there, there's a skeleton sitting on one of the benches, tapping his foot. Goth rolls his eyes and sighs a bit, but is still smiling. But the skeleton quickly jumps up and nearly tackle hugs Goth, but he moves out of the way a bit so the skeleton falls on his face. Ow! The other skeleton rubs his face as Goth chuckles a bit. Pallet, I told you not to try and tackle hug me.